That was tremendous. Big round of applause once
Thank
more
you.
for Matt Connor.
That was like the Johnny Cash version. It was kind of, I didn't realize how low I played it, but that's fine.
Sounded great. And is it fair to say that that's some crazy talk? See, here's the thing. And there's a wah wah. I'm a father of an 8-year-old. All I have is dad jokes. All I got is dad jokes.
Cool.
And and Matt, you've got a baby girl, Olive, right?
I do, yes. I have a 1-year-old.
And I'm not stalking you so much as I
haven't
follow you
slept.
on Instagram. That's why I know
slept
this.
in an entire year. It's awesome.
And
So much inspiration.
It's funny because you're a new dad, and obviously that's a pretty remarkable transition for anybody. Yeah,
Yes,
you were
it
here
is.
just a few weeks ago with No Name doing a takeover where you played some of your favorite records and kind of talked about the new album. And apparently you're out still doing things like skateboarding and breaking things. And I mean, do you feel any sense of responsibility to stop acting like a 19-year-old at any point?
Very little, yes. Except, yeah, you're referencing my crash on a skateboard, which is why I just had knee surgery. See, that's what happens when you act like a 19-year-old and you're not quite 19. But no one thought that was funny either. My injury jokes.
I chuckled a little bit.
Jeez. I'll stay away from personal injury for the rest of the time. Yeah, I mean, I think, our job, I always have been a big kid and enjoyed that aspect of looking at life that way. And it's just part of why I write music. And I think it's a great way to stay in life and view in your art and what you create with. But yeah, there's like having a kid, I think you can kind of adapt that worldview of like, maybe you have something to say and you know a little bit of something, you can run from just the point of view of like young love. You can have like the last song I felt like came from that place, like, okay, I know something, let me tell you what it is. And, and that's changing 3,000 diapers. I feel like I know something.
Do you anticipate ever coming to a point wherein Olive's going to go through your discography?
I don't know anything. It's 1 year. I just am in the fog. Just total.
No pun intended. See, dad
Might
jokes.
end my life. I don't know. That's another bad joke. I'm just telling you.
Fog. We're all in a fog.
Yeah.
We're all fogheads here. Do you anticipate a day wherein you're going to go through your discography with Olive and talk about the meaning and the places?
I do think about like, will she think this song's cool? If she doesn't, then maybe I shouldn't do it. Or maybe it doesn't matter. Yeah, I think maybe more in that terms of like, the stories that led to songs, and then you definitely like question. I think it's an interesting filter to add like heritage to what you do. And like, yeah, what will my kids think about the music you make? And it's awesome. It's actually really cool. Like challenge in the morning when you're writing a song. Like, does this matter to me? And does it matter to time? And hopefully I'm striving to do stuff that does.
You could be like, that one break, because this record, Crazy Talk, which I was referencing via dad joke earlier, you've adopted some more electronic textures on, which you've not done previously. And even if this isn't the case, you could explain it to your daughter later on. It's like, I was writing this song one morning, just on my guitar, and then you had a massive diaper blowout. And so I had to like cover it up with electronics and bring in a drum
Tropical
machine.
beats.
Yeah, straight up the back. Oh, it's the worst. Straight into the bathtub. I'm sorry.
I haven't thought about that angle. That's an angle. That is an angle.
But I mean, do talk about that in all honesty. Like, the new record, you've adopted some new technology, for lack of a better term.
Well, I mean, not really. I've always made records. Even my first Nothing Left to Lose record, I always loved playing with like program beats, which would be like, I think people don't even know what that means, but it's like maybe what like hip hop music or, Beck or Beastie Boys or different bands like that, they gravitate towards more that MPC like kind of hip hop leaning sound, just because of what I grew up on. So I've always like, even on our very first record, there was always like these kind of programmed elements, and I think all my records there's been that kind of tension, singer songwriter meets like beats and grooves and things that aren't a band, and I've always loved that tension. My heroes were like Paul Simon and making weird records with samples and stuff like that. So this record definitely took it where it was like some of the more electronic influences with like snaps and big kicks and stuff that you would find in like tropical, vacation-y, like electronic music. And something about that was just really like, I wanted to make like a really heavy record that made you think, but I also wanted to make a record you would like listen to on the beach and be happy. So
was that some escapism / projecting after the first year of having a daughter and not sleeping? You're like, man, I would love nothing more to be in Bali right now.
Maybe. I also just I was listening to a lot of like Sade, and I just tropically, like I just was into the textures. I don't know, it's fun, like steel guitar. Even there's no steel guitar on the record. There should have been steel guitar. It sounds so good, doesn't it? It's not cool, but it sounds good. Like if I played a steel guitar right now, you'd be like, that's wow.
You'd be
steel drum, guitar, whatever,
Jimmy
steel
Buffett
something.
territory there.
I know Jimmy Buffett maybe was onto something.
I think he was.
Yeah.
Oh, Parrot
I
House.
like listen. I've been listening to Jimmy Buffett lately, and I was like, I was missing out. This guy's awesome. He wrote some really great songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The country.
Is that a guilty pleasure to people? Do we all agree that?
Nothing guilty about it, man. Yeah.
There you go. Okay. Yeah.
I was
Jimmy Buffett.
I was raised by nudist parrot heads. I have no shame in any of this. Yeah. It's all good.
Okay.
But enough about me. So you're at the Fox tonight.
Wow, really? Seriously?
Yeah, no, we can get into that later on.
Gotta elaborate.
Yeah.
Nudist parrot heads.
Nudist parrot heads, yeah. It informed me.
That it would.
Yeah. It's been a bit of an arduous journey to get here. We're grateful for your time. We're grateful for you spending some of your voice with us. And, of course, the new album, it comes out when?
May 4th. Did we have a release date now? That's the first time I've ever announced it. Wow, here it is. There it is, guys, right here. That is. Yeah. May the 4th be with you. This is amazing. I have a tagline now.
But seriously, you've embodied sort of the spirit of Levi's Lounge that we want to do, which is this is an experience. This is a chance for us to, get close to you, get some context to the songs, and for that we're grateful. And we're grateful to Levi's Lounge. We're grateful to Wente Vineyards for giving us the social lubricant that allows me to get up and talk to you guys in front of a crowd. Yeah. And most importantly, knowing that you've made it through a very harrowing journey to get here. We're grateful.
Thank you, and thank you guys so much for sticking around. I know your time,
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll do one more song with Matt Kearney here.
Thank you.